right, here we go. This week's Rich Dick is... Yep, it's Elon Musk again. It's been a while, you bastard, but then again, you never really left, did you? Thanks to The Wolf and to Workers Built It for nominating Elon. So this week, Musk got his compliant shareholders at Tesla to approve of an absolutely ludicrous compensation package that he in no way deserves. Comes out to about $50 billion in stock options, despite the company's share value plummeting by more than 25% this year on lagging sales, malfunctioning cars, and Musk's own erratic behavior. This compensation package was already struck down by a judge in Delaware who ruled that it wasn't a fair price and that the board neglected its fiduciary responsibilities by approving it. Musk is currently appealing that ruling, and this favorable vote from shareholders could bolster his case. If it doesn't, and Musk loses again, then he threatened to reincorporate Tesla in Texas, where courts are more favorable to business interests. Musk used threats to get the pay package too. 44% of shareholders in Tesla are retail investors. In other words, not billionaires and big banks or anything, which would be kind of cool in any other company. But here we're talking about Tesla fanatics, Musk heads, people who'd get one of Elon's brain chips drilled into their skull without thinking twice. And still, Musk threatened them to get their approval for his bonus, claiming he'd leave the company to build cars elsewhere if he didn't get it. So it was basically a shakedown at Tesla. Since buying Twitter and investing deeper into AI technology, Musk has deprioritized Tesla, including diverting resources from the car company to his other holdings. It was reported last month Musk diverted $500 million worth of NVIDIA computer chips that were supposed to go to Tesla. He redirected them to Twitter, or what he calls X now, instead. But Tesla employees should consider themselves lucky that the company is being used to drive resources to Elon's hobbies, rather than to populate the planet with more Elons. The Wall Street Journal published a story about Elon's creeping on subordinates at SpaceX. The paper reported that Musk had sexual relationships with 2 employees, one of them an intern, who he later promoted to an executive. Musk is also alleged to have asked a third woman several times to bear his children. And when she refused, she was denied a raise. Back in 2022, it was reported that Musk propositioned a SpaceX flight attendant and exposed himself to her. The company paid her $250,000 as a severance package afterward. And before anyone says, what's the big deal? These are all consenting adults. No, he's the owner of the company, and he's luring his subordinates to sleep with him because he has more power over them. It's not just predatory, it's pretty pathetic. And this is the guy whose executive leadership is supposedly worth $50 billion. No, thank you. And I haven't even mentioned how Musk this week endorsed the German far right. He mused on Twitter about the political party AfD, or the Alternative for Germany. Quote, "Why is there such a negative reaction from some about AfD? They keep saying far right, but the policies of AfD that I've read about don't sound extremist. Maybe I'm missing something?" Yeah, you're missing the fact that the party hates immigrants, hates Muslims, hates LGBTQ people, wants to crush the working class, cavorts with white supremacist organizations, wants to ban circumcision and kosher meat imports, but at the same time is a staunch ally of Israel, which makes sense given that both are ideologically aligned fascists and committed to making Jews feel less safe around the world. I mean, it's the German far right. They're literally Nazis, Elon. You're not missing anything. You're just in lock goose step with them. And so, for shaking down your company for $50 billion, for using your other company as your own private dating pool, and for promoting German neo-Nazis, and for like a dozen other garbage things you did over the last few days, Elon Musk, you're this week's Rich Dick. Hey, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of our new videos. Also, if you want to see Means Morning News in its complete form, not just the clips we post here, head on over to Means TV and get access to all our new episodes and our entire backlog, plus tons of other great movies and original TV shows.